So this is Evan from Mimobot, and I'm going to ask him some questions. This is drill one for SpankyStokes.com. So what is your full name and nickname, or what would you like to be called?
I like to be called Evan.
Okay. Where were you born?
Born in Trenton, New Jersey.
Jersey, oh.
Yeah.
Who taught you most in life?
Oh, wow. I guess it's my parents, you know. It's like, how else can you go against your parents? You know? They're the ones who raised you, so.
Cool. What is your favorite current band?
Fish. Can't beat Fish.
What's your favorite movie? Recent or?
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have to go with Star Wars. I wouldn't be working with Star Wars if I didn't burn my brain, burn my psyche.
New ones or the original ones?
The originals, yeah.
And which one out of those?
Probably the original Star Wars Episode 4, New Hope.
Cool. And what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Man, these aren't any of the questions that you were prepping me with.
No, these are the quick ones.
Favorite food? Let's see. I like to eat a lot of crap. Chocolate. I'm gonna say chocolate's my favorite food.
It's a food.
Yeah.
And who would win in a fight, a ninja or a pirate?
The ninja's gonna kick the pirate's ass. You know, I mean, the pirate's gonna be drunk, and the ninja's
That's what I say.
and
So
he's gonna, you know,
I agree.
knock him out.
Okay, well, thank you. And there's more questions coming later.
Awesome. Thanks.
So tell us a little about you and where you're from.
My name is Evan Blaustein. I'm the founder of Mimoco, makers of Mimobot designer USB flash drives. We're a Boston-based company, and we've been doing this for about 3.5 years. And Mimobots are designer, character-based USB flash drives. Let's see what we got. We got Star Wars Series 3 here. We got C-3PO, Darth Sidious, Royal Guard, and Wicket. And these are 4 of about 100 characters that we've produced to date.
You recently ran an amazing contest on Twitter. So what got you into Twitter, and what made you come up with the idea for the contest?
You're talking about the 50 days,
yes.
Twitter 400,000 megabyte contest? All right, well, the way I was introduced to Twitter at South by Southwest about 2 years ago, and it was like all the buzz. You know, you go to South by Southwest, and you know, at the beginning of the show, you know, people would ask, "Have you heard about Twitter?" And by the end of the show, everyone was talking about Twitter. And you know, I knew it was a cool kind of application, a new social network, but I wasn't really interested in signing up right away and joining it. A year went by, and you know, Twitter kind of exploded in that time. And I was at a PodCamp in Boston, and I've been talking to a bunch of attendees at PodCamp, and they convinced me at that show that I needed to be a member of Twitter. So that was the beginning of the end, because Twitter is a very sticky, highly addictive social network, unlike anything else as far as Facebook or MySpace goes. I mean, I'm not really into those type of social networks, but I think Twitter is really powerful. It allows you to connect with people in a very intimate way, one-to-one. You know, without all the kind of silly photographs and all that kind of crap. It's really, you know, get down to business. You got 140 characters to get your message across, so it's really direct and a cool way to communicate. So I took that. I've been working on Twitter for about a year, and actually I took about 6 months off because when I kicked into Twitter, it just kind of consumed me, and I don't have the time, honestly, to be plugging away on Twitter all day long because I'm, you know, really busy at work. But I was figuring, you know, I wanted to do a contest year-round on Twitter, at least during holiday season, and that's the reason why I thought the 400,000 megabyte contest would make sense, because we were doing I was doing like a countdown, a 50-day countdown to Christmas, and I was trying to figure out a way to make the 50 days work. So I kind of came up with this word a day. You get a tweet a word a day, and that enters you into this contest. And you know, it was 50 straight days, a lot of work, a lot of fun.
I think it was worth it. It brought a lot of people and got the word out. It
really, as far as the results of the campaign, it more than tripled the number of followers that are following Mimobot. So, you know, if you guys are watching this and you are not following Mimobot on Twitter, it's Mimobot on Twitter. So please follow me and you can win some Mimobots.
Cool. So, who inspires you? Like any artists or technology people or someone in the world?
Right. I mean, Mimoco is about merging art and technology. And the things that inspire me are both, in the tech field and the art field. And I would say in technology, we're at Macworld. Clearly, Macintosh is something that's it's influenced me as a consumer and as a gadget lover. I mean, I'm not a huge Mac fan. I'm not like Mac addict like a lot of people that I know. But I think there's a lot you can learn from Steve Jobs and his company and design and minimalism applied to consumer electronics. And I think when we were starting Mimoco, one of the things that was really missing was personality with USB flash drives. So designer toy movement really inspired me, and that's what inspired me to merge art and technology into a very simple device called the Mimobot USB flash drive. Some of the artists that I work with are friends with you, Tokidoki, Gary Bateman. These guys hugely inspire me because they're kind of underground artists that not really many people know, but I think people watching SpankyStokes would obviously know who they are. And they're just authentic artists doing what they love, and that's inspiring.
Cool. So, Planet Blue, Galaxy 4210, flash portation. It seems like you had a lot of fun with the story about Mimobot. So, where'd you come up with that?
Mimobot backstory. That came from a lot of brainstorming between me and my wife. And when we were coming up with the concept of Mimobot, we didn't want it to just be, hey, this is a character flash drive without, original characters that could form the foundation of our own backstory. Because it's very unique. You merge the functionality of a USB flash drive with characters, and the end result is something very powerful in my mind. It's a very personal, friend that's carrying your data. And as a personal little friend who's carrying your data, it's a lot more impactful than, hey, this is a Star Wars flash drive. It's C-3PO storing your data, and that's, I think, a powerful connection. So we wanted to really build upon that with the backstory. So Star Wars Mimobot has something to do with our backstory, and our backstory is it's about consumption to excess is really what it's all about. So, there's really, as far as like the artist series crossovers, the licensed crossovers, there's no relationship. So the Mimobot backstory, the original characters that we created, was more about what is the story that we can tie into this that relates to me as a person. Because me as a person, I like to go see live shows, let's see live music, enjoy entertainment, and it's all about consumption, right? I'm consuming media, and these little Mimobots that are being transported from Planet Blue are consuming our media. So what is it about our media that ties these Mimobots to the planet where they're from? So it's consumption to excess, where they lose their mind, and it's a pretty crazy story, and trippy.
Cool. So your community fan base is ever growing. It appears to be growing at a rapid pace. What do you attribute it to?
We're a really authentic underground type of company. We've got very little money for traditional marketing, and because of that, the way we market our product is through word of mouth, through blogs, through Twitter contests, through trade shows, through our email newsletter, things like that. And we're not a large corporation trying to push something on you. We're about giving you a choice when it comes to your USB flash drive, and that didn't really exist before. I think before it was commodity flash drive and the story, and it didn't really reflect people's personality. So I think that the whole character-based USB flash drive has really kind of hit a nerve, and I think because we're authentic underground, working with underground pop culture artists, working with some really iconic licenses like Star Wars and Halo and Domo and Happy Tree Friends, it really helps to build our fan base. And beyond that, we have our designer contest, the Mimobot Design Contest, and that was a really successful way to, solicit designs from our fan base and allow them to be, the stars of the character, the creators of the characters. We're going to be doing a lot more kind of community design, artist design Mimobots, and that's something we're really looking forward to at the end of this year.
Cool. And so what can we look forward to in the future?
I think what you can look forward forward to in Mimobot is a lot more kind of designer character-based products, not traditionally limited to USB flash drives, but to personal data and to other things that related to Planet Blue and characters and pop culture and really the designer toy underground.
Cool. So that's it. That's the end. And thank you so much. And
cool, man. Thanks for having me, and I really appreciate talking with you. And thanks so much for getting the message out and for the support.
Yes. Thank you.
All right,
Making
thanks.
great products.